Ravens Revamped 2024. So fresh off of a season going 13-4 and winning the AFC North, winning a divisional round versus the Texans before ultimately losing to the eventual champ Kansas City Chiefs. They lost 17-10 in the AFC Championship last year. Fell just short, but that last playoff loss versus the Chiefs, I think that was sorely on the offense. That playoff loss was sorely on the offense, man. When you lose 17-10 and that defense can hold Kansas City to 17 points, you got to have an offense that's going to take over, man, and d generate more offense than that. I mean, Lamar threw for what 272 that game, a touchdown, a pick, but I mean, he was the leading rusher in that game, and I think he had like 54 yards rushing. Struggled running the ball. When the Ravens struggled to run the ball, they have significant problems. That's been addressed now. Derrick Henry's in town. I maintain that was the biggest free agency signing this offseason, even bigger so than Saquon Barkley, because I feel like that Derrick Henry is strictly going to revamp this Ravens offense, and
hmm
he is going to be the driving force of that Ravens offense. How y'all feel about it?
So I, I I am definitely loving. I got no choice but to love a Derrick Henry pickup. Um, it's crazy you use the word revamped though. The Obviously what we known for is running the ball. Last year I feel like we got to stretch the field. Obviously with Zay Flowers coming in and Odell playing the slot here and there. Um, I feel like running is always our identity, but
It
in a
is.
sense, right? Because revamping now we have that back. We have for the last 5 years been a running back by committee team, and
Hmm.
obviously we can't even keep our backs healthy long enough to have a serious halfback, running back, running, attack the ball, run game, straight downhill. But like you said, when you bring Derrick Henry in, that's exactly what we get. Now, I feel like that stretches the field for Lamar because what? You can peel back. You don't have to worry
You could do
about,
way more.
you don't
You
have
can
to
do
get
way
6
more.
yards a game. You can be that pure pocket passer that you want to be. We all know that's where Lamar sees himself. He's comfortable as a quarterback. I have no problem
And he should be.
with him playing purely as a quarterback, not dual threat, pocket passer.
He should
My,
be. Definitely.
I I feel like he makes the most mistakes, obviously, when he has to play Superman. When things ain't going so well, I got receivers dropping the ball. I got my top tight end down. I got to do it myself. I'm trying to fit it in these windows. I'm not mad at it. Have that confidence. But I feel like when you add Derrick Henry, you get a more relaxed Lamar. A more relaxed Lamar is great for everybody. That stretches
Hmm.
your ends. We got two tight ends. So between those two, and then I'm loving the way Zay Flowers developing. We good. And I'm not even gonna lie, my worry is defense now. We let a couple key guys
Patrick
go.
Queen is killer. That's killer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. And
irreplaceable.
say when we've held a team like Kansas City to 17 points in the AFC Championship,
Hmm.
like but
It's
to get Derrick Henry is obviously some give and take. We got to
right.
draft. We draft good. We can never deny that. But it even hurt me to let players go to our rivals. We let players go to the Steelers.
Steelers, yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
I'm like,
hmm Right.
like,
What did you
like
think about?
when we running down their throat, they gonna wish they would have still been in purple and gold. Like that's just the reality of it.
There you go. Shots fired. So by adding Derrick Henry, that improves the form of your offense and
Yeah,
it improves your structure, correct?
I feel like it improves us in the fourth quarter alone.
It
You know,
does.
that time to where teams can lock in on Lamar. Other players are tired. You seeing who's streaky, who's not, who's hot, who's not. So when you get Derrick Henry, that's when he thrives. After run 15, he's warmed up. Now we getting into the third, we getting to the fourth quarter. He want 25, 30 touches. And teams ain't ready for that in the fourth. And you still got Lamar with fresh feet if need be. Hopefully the wide receivers ain't dropping passes. That's been our identity with the wide receivers the last 2 years, like just dropping passes left and right. So If we catching passes and we got Derrick Henry running down your throat in the fourth quarter,
Yeah, it just improves everything, improves your form, improves your structure, and that's the literal definition of revamp. That's
and
why I
then
used it.
but not to cut you off, with Derrick Henry, obviously in the fourth quarter, you stretch the field, well, the time of possession. So now we're keeping our defense off the field longer. We don't have to worry about,
which is key. Which is key.
yeah, we can run Derrick Henry 6 plays. I ain't gonna say in a row, but we can run the ball 6 times in a row, and boom, run off 2-3 minutes off the clock. In the fourth quarter, that is killer. Teams want the ball. So I think that's another key for us.
The one thing that I do like about it is Derrick Henry, and y'all can have to switch up running backs because he's the bruiser, and then who y'all got Justice Hill still?
Yeah,
That Hill, y'all got what the other guy named Keaton? Is that what
yeah.
his name is?
Keaton Mitchell.
So
We're
right,
gonna see. Yeah,
so that's gonna be killer by itself because you're gonna have Lamar facing this way, you got your running backs this way, but the thing is, you got to find another receiver. You got to find another solid receiver that can either be a decoy. Man, they still got 1,000 receivers out here in the free agency. Is 1,000 guys, bro. And
Brandon
you got to get
Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk. He wants to
Ayuk.
be traded.
And I feel like y'all put a little bit too much in the hands of Zay Flowers, and Odell Beckham didn't pull up his fair share, bro, because he'll have a game, whatever, he'll have 12 yards, and he'll have a game, he'll have 40 yards, and y'all paid that man all that money. We thought it was an overkill anyway. We thought it was an overkill. He got
yeah.
paid like mid
But you
grade.
know what? As far as on the field goes, definitely an overkill. But from the quick, and I don't want to slight Zay at all, but as quickly as Zay picked up the game, I just
Mm-hmm.
feel like he had Odell whispering in his ear like this the end from the moment he stepped in the doors. Like,
Yeah, it didn't end up panning out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. That just didn't.
yeah,
Odell wasn't
Mm-hmm.
getting open like he used to, and he was dropping passes. They were all
Mm-hmm.
dropping passes, but still, sometimes you try stuff out, it doesn't work, man, and that's what happened there.
Right.
I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you what, I would feel good if I was a Ravens fan. General manager Eric DeCosta, man, has done exceptional, especially in these last couple of years. Bringing in offensive coordinator Tom Monken from Georgia, champion coordinator. He knows in their first year, he's only had one season. They've gone 13-4, and he's completely changed everything, how they use Lamar, letting him pass more. The Ravens have had a top three rushing attack in football for the last few years. That will
Mm-hmm.
only get better bringing in Derrick
Right.
Henry. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is just elevating, and it's elevating exceptionally well for the Baltimore Ravens, especially offensively. Defense is going to be their question coming into this season because they did lose a couple key players. So
Mm-hmm.
the Ravens are always known to have a tough defense, though. So whoever they get to fill them spots, man, I expect they're going to be tough and they're going to hustle and they're going to still be hard on defense. And this offense is only going to get better. And yeah, man, they have a lot to look forward to this season, man. They really do. See what the Ravens can do. If they can about how far they can go in 2024.
we definitely Super Bowl bound. This is a 2025 prediction. I'm gonna be playing this back, and I'm gonna be letting them know I don't want to hear about the Buccaneers. Ravens going to the Super Bowl. We know
Mm.
you heard me say it here first. Okay.
Hey
All right.
man, it's a tough road ahead of us, and it's a tough road ahead of y'all. So, hey, we're gonna have to see. The San Fran in the way, Detroit in the way, Green Bay in the way, man. You don't know what the hell going
And
on.
you're right. Them
It's a
New London
lot,
teams.
right? And you got the Texans. You got to worry about the Texans this year.
And you always got
Kansas
to worry,
City,
bro.
Kansas
You always
City,
worry about the Chiefs right now.
yeah, Kansas City, man. Shit, that's the young guard right there, man. They don't want that man to lose no games ever, for real.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the Baltimore Ravens can do. And yeah, I got them. I think they'll win the AFC North again, though. Just
Oh
off
yeah.
rip. No
Hmm.
question. They'll be back competing again. Another 13-4 year, perhaps. Yeah. Big things popping for the Ravens this
I
year.
think it's 17-0, but I'm gonna let that slide.
Hey man, don't let
Ain't nobody
hey
going 17-0.
hey, all I'm gonna say is this: don't let Russell Wilson whip y'all ass, man. That's gonna be the funniest shit ever.
No.
We're gonna have about 2 or 3 shorts about that shit.
All jokes and bias aside, Steelers made some strides, man. It was
Yeah, they
Yeah, they
did good.
did.
They did
every
good.
time come up on my feed, I'm getting more and more irritated. Like, what? Y'all signed who?